Right. Left. Right. Right.
This agility drill for a soccer goalie includes auditory and visual stimuli provided by a coach. This forces decision making on behalf of the goalie. The way this drill is performed is the goalie is standing with their back towards their coach. The coach will yell out the direction, either right or left. The goalie needs to make a decision and quickly turn and catch the soccer ball in that direction. Then they return the ball to the coach. Afterward, the goalie will reset into starting position. This is a relevant agility drill for a soccer goalie because it pairs stimulus, being the audio and visual cues from the coach, as well as accelerating and decelerating skills. This
Right.
drill develops reactive quickness. Goalkeepers don't just move on their own timing, they must react to a
Left.
stimulus, either the ball or an attacker's movement. This drill uses visual and auditory cues to force the goalie to
Right.
respond quickly, improving their reaction time and decision making under pressure. This drill improves
Right.
footwork and lateral speed. A goalie spends a lot of time shuffling, sprinting short distances, and resetting their stance.
Left.
This drill mimics those explosive side to side and forward and backward movements, training fast feet, balance, and the ability to stay low
Left.
and athletic. And finally, this drill builds coordination between eyes and body.
Right.
Because the drill pairs a stimulus, audio and visual, with a specific movement pattern, it strengthens the perceptual cognitive ability of the
Right.
goalie. Goalies get better at seeing something happen and immediately translating that into the right
Left.
movement, a key part of making saves. Some common errors in this agility drill would
Right.
be guessing instead of reacting. The mistake would be anticipating the cue and moving early instead of waiting for the signal. A second mistake would be
Left.
standing too tall, performing the drill upright with locked knees instead of keeping the hips
Right.
low, chest slightly forward, and weight on the balls of the feet. In this drill, the goalie reacts to audio and visual cues instead of just following a set pattern. This simulates the unpredictability of real
Left.
game situations. This is a visual direction agility drill for a soccer goalie. This drill is relevant for a soccer goalie because it trains agility, reacting to a visual cue and changing directions quickly. This drill is performed by the goalie facing their coach in the ready stance. Feet are shoulder width apart, knees are slightly bent, the weight is on the balls of the feet, chest is up, and hands are in front of the body. The goalie waits for the coach to point in a direction, either left or right, then they accelerate by shuffling laterally in that direction. When the coach changes the stimulus or direction, the goalie decelerates, then changes direction in reaction to the new stimulus. This drill forces the goalie to process a visual signal and quickly move in the indicated direction, just like they might react to a shot on goal. It builds fast starts, stops, and directional changes, training the same muscle groups used to cover angles and make quick saves. By practicing precise, quick steps on command, the goalie learns to stay balanced and in control while moving at top speed. And finally, it trains cognitive speed. This drill improves the perceptual cognitive ability of the goalie, which helps the goalie anticipate plays and get set before the shot comes. Some errors might include the goalie hesitating or processing too slowly, turning the drill into just random movement instead of true reaction training. Another error would be guessing the direction, moving before the cue appears, turning it into a pre planned drill rather than reaction training. And finally, crossing the foot over one another while moving sideways might be another error. This causes loss of balance and slower reactions. This is an agility drill because it makes the goalie react to a visual stimulus and change directions quickly rather than just a predictable change of direction of movements. This is a speed drill for a football wide receiver. It is a sprint resistance incline for start and acceleration drill. It is working on the start and acceleration portions of linear speed training. This drill is performed by starting with the athlete in the crouch start. The football player is in the split stance with the dominant foot forward. With a tall and rigid torso, the athlete should place the hand approximately 6 to 8 inches away from the forehead. Upon completion of the setup, the athlete is to lean the entire body forward so that 60% of the weight is on the front leg. The athlete then initiates a sprint through an aggressive push down and through the ground using the front leg. Arm action should be synchronous with leg action. After accelerating for several strides, the athlete returns to the start at a walking pace in order to recover for the next set. Some common errors might include in the setup, the athlete might be tempted to break at the waist. They need to stay rigid through the torso, maintaining the straight line from the neutral head, shoulder, back, and hips. Another error might be stepping laterally instead of linearly through the start and acceleration drill. And finally, another error would have slow arms during the drill. Arm action often parallels the movement of the legs. Fast arms leads to fast legs. This drill is relevant for a football wide receiver because it trains the start and acceleration phases of sprinting. This helps the receiver explode off the line, create separation from a defender, and reach top speeds quickly. By starting in a split stance, leaning forward, and driving powerfully with the front leg and arms, the athlete develops the first 5 to 10 yards of burst that decide whether they win their route. This drill is hill sprints. It is a speed drill for a football wide receiver. It is training the acceleration phase of linear speed training. Hill sprints are performed by choosing a hill that has a 3 to 5% degree slope. The length should be fairly short so they can be repeatable. The football player sprints as fast as they can at maximal speed up the hill. The athlete should use proper running mechanics with a straight line stick figure body posture, with the shoulders and chest leaning into the hill. The athlete should quietly decelerate by naturally rising and using the hill for postural control and controlling the hips. Then they walk back down the hill at a recovery pace and do another rep when ready. Some common errors can include standing too upright. Instead of leaning into the hill, they might be running too tall. Another error can include taking big reaching steps that encourage slow turnover. Another error is breaking at the waist. They need to keep their torso rigid, head, shoulders, hips in line, and lean into the hill as a unit. Hill sprints are great for football wide receivers because they train explosive acceleration. The incline forces receivers to lean in and forward, push hard into the ground, improving their first 5 to 10 yards. The hill sprints also add resistance overloads to glutes, hamstrings, and calves, translating to faster flat ground speed. And finally, hill sprints can reduce injury risk. The incline lowers joint impact compared to flat sprints while still providing high intensity speed work.